Hi, my name is Jacques Newcomb with Willow Creek Volunteer Fire Department. I'm the assistant chief. And the overview I see is just, I'm looking at it purely from a Willow Creek perspective, and it's, we're right in the middle of it, and you can't predict even 5 hours from now. We have an engine on, we've all done this before. It's just never been so close to town. And I can't really imagine a worse situation. It's not a massive 300,000 acre forest fire that one bulldozer line can stop. It's multiple inaccessible lightning strikes quarter mile from any road. And then maybe the road that it's close to hasn't been maintained in 60 years. So we're in trouble.
When did the Willow Creek Volunteer Fire Department first become aware of these multiple fires?
Oh, we were, 2:50 in the morning. Yeah, it was 2:50 in the morning. I was already putting on my boots when we got the call from Fortuna, the CAL FIRE 911 dispatch, and we had a full truck scouting out lightning strikes within 5 minutes. So we were out there, and it was all the props in the world to local Forest Service. Brian Lanning was out there coordinating with us as they got out Friday Ridge and South Fork. We were going up Brandon Mountain and 299. We quickly started getting reports from homeowners, because everybody was up with that many lightning strikes, about fires across the river, east of town, that ridge east of town that flanks the Trinity. And but it was just one of those things. You could basically, for the first 10 hours, there wasn't much more that you could do than watch it. Not enough personnel and too far from a road. It really took the organization that's coming together right now to think about containment.
And can you just kind of inform the public on how firefighting works here in Willow Creek as it borders federal and state lands?
How does it work? When we get the call out, we all go. We all just start going towards the incident. It's just like, it's an all call. Everybody go. And then at a certain, once an incident, once an official gets on scene, they can cancel incoming units or continue in and order more units. One of the things that was really nice to see this time around was Brian Lanning with the Forest Service was ordering, whether it was bulldozers, CAL FIRE, more hand crews, hot shots. Every time I heard him put in an order, it was fulfilled. So early on, we had, as good a hope as any that we could actually control this. But it's just, the nature of fire in the time we live in. So.
And now, I believe today, there's the Alaska Incident Management Team coming.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how the Willow Creek Volunteer Fire Department is going to be tied in with them?
We're one of many agencies. We are tied in. We go to the briefings. We have an engine on the fire at their discretion. It could be structure protection. It could be hand lines. It could be monitoring a wet line, a hose line that's already deployed, or we might be deploying hose line. We also still have to have enough of a crew to respond to traffic accidents, medical calls, everything else. So it's kind of like high alert for us. We all try and remain available. We had several people come back from vacations and out of town business to be here. But we tend to work well. It's tough because they do these 2-week management changes, and I don't think they're used to having a really strong volunteer department to incorporate. I think a lot of times these larger incidents want to put you off in a corner. But one of the nice things about Willow Creek Volunteers is how well we are trained. And so it's good. Once they get to know us, we're right there out there with the crews.
And as unpaid volunteers who are, really dedicating your lives to public safety, what can other members of the public do to support your work?
Well, they can really take heed when there's evacuation warnings. We've had days now to prep your property, and if you really got to take it seriously. If the fire gets to town, which it's looking like it's going to, we aren't firefighters until the population is taken care of. And so if I have to be rescuing somebody, I'm not saving their house. So the big thing is just really look at where you are, your defensible space. Do you really want to be in the middle of a firestorm? A lot of people don't realize that you might be able to put out the spot fire in your front yard and the spot fire in your backyard. But really, if you're down Patterson Road or out Sealy McIntosh or up Brandon Mountain, and there's plenty of other spot fires that aren't getting put out, and that's what's going to cut your one-way access out of danger. So you really got to weigh if you want to be in the middle of a firestorm. And so that's the big one for us, is as far as cooperating. That's the reason we have Zone Haven. That's the reason we're all in this together. We have some great support. The community is so behind the volunteers and the Forest Service, and we feel it, but we don't necessarily always need a text message saying, I love you, thank you. That can come later.
But a nice check for your local volunteer fire department would be great.
That's nice, but the Forest Service actually, we have a great agreement with the Forest Service, and if we help them more than 4 hours, we get paid, and for our time and our equipment. If they help us for more than 4 hours, we pay them. And so in this kind of a situation, I'd probably, it being mid-August, the money I get from the Forest Service for this incident could never do what my own business that's going to sacrifice from this, but that's life, and this is my community. And I think we all, as volunteers, we all feel that. Usually for a medical call, even a wildland call, a traffic accident, we at Willow Creek, we get $6 a call, which we kind of laugh because it's enough for like gas money to make it to the fire hall. But we've all voted on this, and we would rather any money we have go towards better equipment and really safeguarding this town. So that's kind of where we stand on it.